Today I want to talk about wheel spacers a little bit. This one is from CKAuto. I've bought a number of them before, of their products in the past, and have been impressed with them, so I want to give their wheel spacers a try. Why wheel spacers? Help reduce understeer, help to eliminate roll, and they make your vehicle look fantastic. Today I'm going to install 2-inch wheel spacers on my Toyota Land Cruiser Prado. Now this is a wonderful piece. This is heavy-duty 6061 aluminum. So now the actual install. It really couldn't be easier. As you see, I've pulled the tire and wheel off. Because the machining is as good as it is on here, you want to get the junk out of here. It's a pretty standard procedure, right? For most cars, a stiff wire brush will be fine. These are in really good shape, so a stiff plastic bristle brush is actually sufficient. Just don't have any obvious junk in here. This is not a part you're going to need to change, so make a good initial fit. All right. Now, before I put this on, get a good look at this up close. These are the cutouts I mentioned for prying it. If in event it somehow, after years and years, binds to this a little bit, very easy to pop it out from here. You can see the quality of the finish on here. It's hard to miss. These bolts are rated at 12.9, substantially higher than average. These are very high strength lug bolts. You're going to appreciate that, especially when you're going off-road. And again, the Dacrymet treatment on the surface protects them for long life, all right? So, now watch as I put this on here, how tight the machining is on the centering hub. 1/4 of a millimeter, maybe less. It is where it's supposed to be, okay? Now, installing these guys, they're just sitting here so that they have a safe place to be. But this just couldn't be easier. These really center themselves nicely. And as usual, you go from one side to the other, as you all know, so that you're torquing them down evenly. Give it a little wiggle, and continue your way around. It couldn't be easier. 6-bolt pattern, whether you're a 4-bolt pattern or something else, it's always worth it to take the time to torque them down properly, because this is not something you're going to have to do very often. All right, it doesn't get much easier than that. And now we hit it with the torque wrench, and we're ready to go. As I mentioned before when I was tightening this up, use a torque wrench. All right, you have mixed metals, you have steel, and you have aluminum. And all manufacturers have settings, especially for things like their wheel assemblies. For the Toyota Land Cruiser, it's rated at between 75 and 90 foot-pounds. So use a torque wrench, it's the only way to go. There we go. It's not like the old days where if you just cranked on it super hard, you knew you were good to go. It's a precise part, and it's designed to be set to certain tolerances. So that's all there is to it. Now we're ready to throw the wheel on, torque it down, and we're ready to roll. So before I pop this back on, I cleaned the inside of here a little bit. Of course, this is aluminum and it gets a little bit of corrosion on it, right? And the machining tolerances are very tight. It fits on there, but you don't want any junk on there. So again, I just hit it lightly with a wire brush and wiped the dirt out of there with a rag. Now, I've left these loose. These are all very loose. These are snugged down a little bit. But I want to show you that you can't find any play in there. It's a very snug fit. The machining is exactly right and exactly precise for this Land Cruiser wheel. So again, It's just installing a tire, and it just couldn't be easier. You snug these guys down, hit them with the torque wrench really quick, and we're ready to go. And what a difference it makes in how the car handles and how it looks. And we never complain about our car looking better, right? That's something we always want to do. Again, 75 to 90 foot-pounds. If you have a really precise torque wrench, set it at about 85, and you're right at the sweet spot. You hear the click. You can hear it on the video for sure. You just go just past it, and you're right on the number. All right, we're ready to go. Let's see how it looks. And so that's all there is to it. It's actually a very easy procedure, made easier by the fact that it's a well-machined part. It's designed to fit precisely, and it does. And you can see the difference in the profile of the vehicle. Coming from the factory, the wheels are almost always sort of tucked into the vehicle. And especially when you have something that is designed to go off-road, you want that bigger footprint. It's not only more practical, but it looks terrific. And you can see how easy it was. Give these CK spacers a try. They're really good.